3 exercises, 10 minutes a day. That's the entire secret Japanese physical therapists have been using for decades to help people in their 80s and 90s still climb stairs, still garden, still travel without a cane. Here's something strange. In Japan, one of the countries with the oldest population on Earth, hip fractures in seniors are far less common than in most Western countries of similar age. It's not genetics. It's not luck. It's a handful of specific movements built into daily life, movements almost nobody outside Japan has ever been taught. If you're over 60, think about this for a second. Do you avoid sitting on the floor because getting back up feels like a project? Do your legs feel tired just walking to the mailbox and back? Do you find yourself holding the railing on stairs you used to take without thinking? None of that is just getting older. That's your legs quietly losing something specific, something with a name, something measurable, and something you can rebuild starting today. I'm going to show you the 3 exercises at the center of Japanese longevity movement science, the ones physical therapists in Okinawa and Tokyo actually teach seniors, not the generic just walk more advice you've probably already heard. And I want you to know up front, the 3rd one is the one that changes everything. So stay with me to the end. Let's start with number 1. For centuries, daily life in Japan involved sitting on the floor for meals, for tea, for conversation, and rising back up without furniture to push off of. That single repeated motion, done thousands of times over a lifetime, built something modern chairs and sofas quietly stole from us. Deep hip and knee strength most people over 60 in the West have never trained. This exercise recreates that motion safely. Stand in front of a sturdy chair, feet slightly wider than your hips, toes turned out just a little, the way you'd naturally stand in a doorway. Slowly lower your hips down and back, as if sitting into an invisible low stool, going only as far as feels controlled. For many people, that's just a few inches, and that's fine. Pause for 2 seconds, then push through your feet and rise back up. 5 repetitions, once a day to start. That's it. A 2018 study out of Tokyo Metropolitan Institute of Gerontology followed adults aged 65 to 82 doing controlled squat variations for 8 weeks. Researchers recorded a 28% increase in knee extensor strength and a measurable improvement in stair climbing speed. Not a marathon of effort. 8 weeks, a few minutes a day. Why does this matter so much? Because the muscles in this motion, your quadriceps and glutes, are the ones that catch you the instant your foot slips on a wet floor or an uneven curb. When they're strong, a stumble stays a stumble. When they're weak, a stumble becomes a fall. Here's something most people never think about. Weak ankles are one of the quietest causes of falls in seniors, and almost nobody trains them. Japanese rehabilitation clinics treat ankle strength as seriously as knee or hip strength because the ankle is the very last checkpoint between a stumble and a fall. It's what makes the split-second correction when your foot lands wrong. Sit or stand near something sturdy. Slowly rise onto your toes as high as feels stable. Hold for 2 seconds, then lower with control. Follow that with a gentle rock. Shift your weight slightly forward onto your toes, then slightly back onto your heels, feeling the small muscles around your ankle switch on to keep you steady. Exercise 3. The one-leg stance with a twist. Kata ashi tachi. This is the exercise almost nobody does correctly, and it's the one with the most research behind it. In Japanese elder care facilities, this movement is used as both a training tool and a diagnostic test. The amount of time someone can perform it often predicts their fall risk more accurately than strength tests alone. It doesn't just work your legs, it retrains the communication between your inner ear, your eyes, and your leg muscles, the system responsible for correcting your body in real time before you even consciously notice you're off balance. Here's how it's done. Stand near a counter or sturdy chair, one hand hovering nearby but not gripping. Shift your weight onto one leg. Lift the other foot just an inch or two off the floor. Hold. Not for as long as you think. Start with just 5 to 10 seconds. Then, as this becomes easier over days and weeks, add the twist. Gently rotate your upper body a few inches left and right while balancing, keeping your standing leg steady underneath you. That small rotation is what separates this from an ordinary balance drill. It forces your body to correct itself while off-center, which is exactly what happens in real life. Reaching for something on a shelf, turning to answer someone, stepping around a pet underfoot. Let's put the full picture together. The squat sit rebuilds the deep strength in your hips and knees that modern furniture quietly took away. The ankle pump restores the last-second stabilizers that keep a stumble from becoming a fall. And the one-leg stance with a twist retrains the split-second reaction between your brain and your legs, the piece that ties everything else together. 3 exercises, about 10 minutes, most days of the week. No gym, no equipment, no pain, no strain, just consistency. This is genuinely the same philosophy behind why so many seniors in Japan remain independent, mobile, and confident well into their 80s and 90s. It was never a secret. It was simply never taught outside Japan the way it's taught inside it, until now. If you've been feeling like your legs aren't what they used to be, that feeling isn't a verdict, it's a signal, and signals can be answered. Start with the squat sit today, just 5 repetitions. Tomorrow, add the ankle work. By next week, you may be ready for that first 10-second stance. Small, steady, and entirely within reach. Your legs built you a lifetime of movement already. Give them 10 minutes a day, and they'll keep doing it for a long time to come.